In this video, we will talk about homework 2's problem 2. So now we have a x that is uniform on the range of a and b. So we can. So as the definition for the uniform distribution, we can have if we have an a here, whenever it is larger or less than 0, and b here. So if it fits the uniform distribution, so they have some value here, and the value here is of fy is b minus a, and otherwise is 0. So we can have what the distribution like is fxx is 1 over b minus a, where x in a and b, and 0 for otherwise. And for the continuous density function, so for the big Fx, it is like start with a, and then for each value here, the x value is x minus a, and here the slope is some value in fx. And when we add b, and after that we got 1. So the slope of this straight line is x minus a over b minus a. And now we have the density function as equals to 0 before we arrive a, and x minus a divided by b is x in a and b, and 1 after we got the value here. For the second part, now we have a equals to -1 and b is 3. And we already know that for fx, x is equals to 0 for some order bounds, like x is less than -1 and x larger than 3. So we know that y equals to x squared. So the range of y is and for fy equals to 0, fy of y equals to 0 when y is less than 0, or since it's not defined here, and y is larger than 9. And here we also have some overlap between y in 0 and 1 and y in 1 and 9. So when we divided these two ranges, is because when y here, there are two roots for y equals to x squared. Since x from -1 to 0 and 0 to 1. Also, both of these can get 1. So for here, y equals to x squared, that can find that x is equals to either positive or negative square root of y. And also, if y, consider y as the gx and equals to here, you know that the derivative of x, the differential of x, gx is equals to 2 is equals to 2x, which is positive negative 2 with square root of y. And in this part, if we want, and then we apply the formula that for PDF of fy is equals to fx divided by gx, derivative on the gx1, that is the range for -1 to 0, which is the negative part. And also fx x2 divided by gx2 as absolute value with 0 to 1, which is the positive range. So we know that the value of e minus a, now we replace here by 3 minus -1, that is 1/4. So here is 1/4 divided by negative square root of 2y plus 1/4 divided by 2 square root of y, and then the result is just 1/4y. That is the range. The value, what the y looks like on 0 to 1. And then the next part is what we already know is for y is equals to y is from 1 to 9. Since there is only one root and all the x's are positive, so we only consider one probability as y, density of fy is fx x divided by gx, absolute value, which is 1/4 divided by 2 square y, which is 1/8 square root of y. And so for find the density here, the continuous density fy, y, out of less than the boundary is less than 0, and we accumulated the value in y here from 0 to 1, and the value will become 1/2 and square root of y. And here we have to move one step more for the next part, so it's 4 over 4 times y square root of y plus 1, and that square root became the density on y when y in 1 and 9, and then became y in when y is larger than 9. And for fx, we already know that the PDF of y is only, you just also have I when y in 0 to 1 and 1 over 8 over 1, which is y in 1 and 9, and 0 for otherwise. So when we try to find the expected value of y, we know that in 2 times simples. Now we have the density value here. Now we have the probability density value here. So when it's at 1, so the same value is 4 over 1 over 4 times fy when it's in f0 to f1, and here is the probability here, and plus, okay, I should write here this way. So it's from 1 to 0 is y is the sample, and probability, which is density of the integral y times 1 over 4 over square root of square root of y 0 to 1, and plus the integral is 1 over 1 to 9, from 1 to 9, and y, the sample y times 1 over 8 square root of y, which is an integral on y. And so we can take out the 1/3 and 1/8 out. It's in this way. So here is y to the power 2/3, and here is also 1 to the power of y to the power of 2/3. That is for 1 over 4 times 2 to the 3rd of so get the integral out, and here basically is square root of y. Here is also square root of y, which is y to the power of 2/3. And here is it 1 over 8 and times 2/3 and y to the power of 3/2, and when it's in 1 over 9, and the result is it's 3 over 7 over 3.